Hello again, YouTube. It's People the Purple Butterfly coming to you with my hair in a state of transformation, as it were. I was doing my curl formers. I was about to get ready for bed and everything and change clothes. And that's when I came across this sweater, which is one of my favorites. You see the collar? It's made out of fleece, okay? And that's when I decided maybe I need to talk to you about certain fabrics. Because little teeny pieces of hair, look at that, are all the way down to here, which is this the neckline of the sweater. I got hair down to here. Just literally caught in the fleece fabric. So I figured maybe it's time to have a talk. Oh, hold on. Okay, you didn't see the glasses. Maybe it's time to have a talk about what's the best fabrics to wear, especially when you're growing your hair. Cotton t-shirts are okay as long as they're a fine knit because hair doesn't really snag it. Excuse me. Silk, nylon, polyester, especially woven, very good because it doesn't snag. That's like I have a pillow here. This is made of satin. It was actually a satin scarf that I sewed in half and stuffed, and that became my pillow. And there are certain fabrics you don't want to wear, such as fleece. You don't want to wear certain types of wool, especially felted wool, anywhere near your hairline. Hold on a second. My camera's a little greasy from the look of it. That comes from fingerprints and everything on the touchscreen phone. Anyway, if you're going to wear a hat, especially winter hats for the really, really cold weather, I do have a fleece hat. They make them. Fleece is very warm. But you want to take satin fabric, an old scarf, a bonnet, sew that to the inside of it so that way your satin lines the fleece. The satin lines the wool hat. If you're wearing a cotton hat, you want to still line it with satin because even though cotton will not snag your hair, cotton will dry your hair. That's why the quickest way to dry your hair in a natural style is by taking an old t-shirt and wrapping it around your hair and leaving it there for 10 minutes before you do anything to it because the cotton will absorb all of that while preventing frizz. Natural 85, I believe, has a video on that. But when you get dressed, it's important that you are aware of what fabrics are touching your skin. Okay, I happen to be hypersensitive. The insides of all my seams, I have actually lined with a very thin piece of fleece or an old t-shirt or whatever, because that way wherever the seams touch me, it's not doing that scratchy, itchy thing. But on the flip side of that, I don't want that same effect with the fleece anywhere near my hair, because just like the sweater, the collar comes up right here, folds down. So from here to right about, here on the sweater itself, guess what? I got little teeny strands of hair there. In other words, it gave me a free haircut that I did not want or need. So I figured I'd take this opportunity. Same thing about towels. Another video, you see me put a bonnet over my head before I put a towel over my head and then press to absorb the water, because a cotton towel, just like it dries out your hair, will also frizz your hair. And your hair, if it's curly, especially if it's in this curlier state, like when you're totally saturated with water or you went through the shrinking process with the hot water then the cold water, all those little teeny hairs are going to catch on to all the little loops in that towel. Then when it's time to take the towel off, you got that snag going on. That snag is a free haircut. It's yanking your hair out. It's not a good haircut. It's just a free one. You know what I mean. So this is People of 7 reminding you to be aware of In fact, I think I'm going to take and line that sweater with some red satin if I could find it, and my other fleece. I wear a lot of outdoor gear. I drive a school bus. A lot of my collars and a lot of the inside of my jackets have fleece in them for obvious reasons. It's good for warmth. But when it comes to hair, those are two natural enemies fighting each other. So I think I'm going to take some bonnet fabric or something and maybe make like a little makeshift lining and sew it down in a way that's inconspicuous. Might be a thought. The longer your hair is, the more this is an issue. You and those people that have really long hair, don't wear many sweaters, and the ones that do will wear their hair up when they wear a sweater. There's a reason for that. And I'm a knitter. I knit constantly, okay? But there are certain styles, like my bright yellow dress I knitted, that's a size 8 needle that made that. All the stitches are like, well, on a scale, it would be like a 1/4 inch. But when it comes time to, you know, wear a sweater for warmth with my hair down, machine knits and knits in a very, very teeny, which would be equivalent to a size 1, 2, or 3, or 4 needle, I don't want that anywhere near my hair because my hair will get tangled in that. 5, 6, 7, you know, less of a problem, but still the problem could be there. 8, 9, 10, up to bulky weight, my hair can actually move in between that large stitch pattern. So give it some thought when it's time to choose your clothing. Or if you're like me, because I do tend to wear layers, even if you're wearing a nice, warm, bulky sweater, you might want to take a jacket or t-shirt that has cotton material or satin material or something like that and put it on top of it so that way your hair doesn't snag. Or, like I do, actually carry an extra bonnet in my jacket pocket. Wear the bonnet when you put on your outdoor gear right before you put on your hat. So that's all I have to say about that. Now I got to go take a brush and clean all my little extra air out of that sweater. So y'all stay blessed. This is Peepla7 on Twitter and YouTube. Purple Butterfly -Peepla.blogspot.com. People elsewhere on the internet. Bye now.